Today is a bit special info session. It's a technical info session dedicated to a particular topic, which is very important for T2S, user testing and migration, at this stage of the project. But as we do usually in info session, we wanted to have the opportunity to debrief you on what has happened in the last T2S advisory group. The meeting took place a few weeks ago. And usually in info session, we focus more our attention on what has happened in the last advisory group. There will be a fully fledged info session probably after summer break. So it was a good occasion to give a short status on where we are with the AG, and where we are with the project now. Today is a special day in many ways. We have a lot of good news on the project. If I find which one I have to push. Yes? So I have to push Monica. We are trying something new to help our colleagues who cannot travel always for those meetings, but need to have the information we are dispatching in those meetings, I think, and have the possibility to interact with you. So there is a double innovation in this info session. First, there is a webcast live on our website, and the possibility for people who are looking to ask questions through Twitter. So T2S is on Twitter. So we are at the age of technology together with 4CB. Let's see how it works. If we receive some tweets, I don't know if it will make a little noise of a bird. Yes, it will. No, no, we don't have that. Okay, but let's see how it works. I think it is important that you say to your colleagues, in particular, I would say in the CSD, I know it's not always easy for the smaller institutions to send people to all meetings, that you can spread the word that we are trying to do this to help. And if you can give feedback to us, to our team, we will see if we need to redo this or not. This is an additional effort, but in ECB we have the means to do it now. And it could be a way also to save cost for some institutions. Monica? Thank you. In the advisory group, in this meeting we had in the advisory group, which was a nice place. We were in Malta, so it was a nice place to discuss. We had a few topics on the agenda to discuss. We made a point on where we are on the revenues of T2S. You know that there is generically a decrease in the volumes which are in the market currently. And we are trying to see what will be the volume expectation for the future, as we have the objective to maintain the 15 cents fee, but which was calculated with a certain amount of volume that have somehow disappeared with the financial crisis. So we are looking at how T2S can capture new volumes and how much also these volumes will define the size of T2S, so that we can adjust also our cost side to the better for T2S to be efficient, and at the same time efficient, I would say, operationally in terms of performance, but economically at the same time. So there were a very good discussion with the advisory group to estimate how much volume would come from other markets, how much other markets will join. In particular, there were discussions with markets which are today settling in commercial bank money, whether they would move to the central bank money engine. In particular, the international market, like the Eurobonds market, was one which was considered. We also investigated how much new currencies could eventually join the platform. T2S is multi-currency by definition. And we came out with some results which are interesting, which help us to define our models and to try to see how much we can continue to aim at delivering the lowest possible fee per DVP instruction, remaining as close as possible, or if possible, at the level of 15 cents. In any case, it will not change today our policy. As we said, we will reconsider only this question of fee in light of the reality. So after migration only, we have exactly the reality of what is on the platform and the prospect for new market to join. In particular, in 2018, we know the Danish krona will join the platform already, but whether there will be other markets at this point, there is other market joining, maybe the euro area in between. So we are looking at all these elements and try to factor all these elements into our strategy. So we had a very good discussion in the advisory group on this. We had another important discussion on the notion of DCP, directly connected participant. There were difficulty for everyone to understand what a DCP is, from which angle we should look at it, let's say, a rather pure technical or more business approach. and how those DCP would connect to the platform, at which time they can test, which type of test they have to pass, with who, with the Eurosystem, 4CB, or with their CSDs in particular. Also, there were a discussion on whether DCP coming through central banks to access directly their DCA have a special setup or not. So a lot of good discussion took place, a lot of clarification. In particular, one important point I think was clarified is that the DCP we are expecting a feedback by 15th of October this year is what we call full DCP. So the one which are multi-country and envisaging to access T2S for multiple accounts. And that's the one we need to know as soon as possible to get organized, both on CSD side, central bank side, and our side. For the other category, other deadline will appear mostly due to technical elements in the connectivity in particular. You have to set up the appropriate connectivity on time. We also had some updates, as usual, in the advisory group on how is doing the project. We looked at the CSD regulation, which is an important element in relation, to the work we are doing on harmonization. A lot of features of the CSD regulation will help us a lot on promoting harmonization. T+2 and other elements are in this text. However, the text is still controversial and not yet final. So we are working with the Lithuanian presidency, which we have taken over now the responsibility, to see whether we can have a chance to get it through with this presidency by the end of the year, which would be for us the maximum so that we can implement all this element of harmonization in time for the go-live of T2S. The other topics I will touch upon a bit during the presentation. Maybe one point of news which took place just a few days ago, it was an important milestone in the project, is to know whether we had to develop dedicated link or not, or whether we would rely only on network which have been licensed, so SWIFT and SIACOLT. And in the end, none of our customers, let's say CSD, central banks, or potential large DCP have opted for the dedicated link. Therefore, this facility will not be developed, at least for the first generation of telecommunication in T2S, i.e. until the end of the license which has been granted today, so to the two companies, SWIFT and SIACOLT. So that's basically where we are, and I think for the project it's a good news, because it was anyway an additional facility to develop, so additional risk somehow to not develop on time this feature, which was involving new partners, new elements that would have to be connected to the project, which we do not have to connect. So somehow it simplifies our project, which is already complex enough, and take away a risk. What at the same time, we believe also that it's because the selection process we have made with the license has given the possibility to have two excellent providers which are available, which can deliver excellent services, and therefore now it's between them to compete to get you, CSDs, central banks and banks, to compete, to make competition between them to get the best price between them. Moving to the project status, we are now well advanced in the project. We have met a very important point at the end of May, which was so-called technically synchronization point 3, meaning the comprehensiveness of the plan has been approved by all parties, CSDs, central banks, and the Eurosystem who was presenting it. And also that at this time, no showstoppers are identified anymore within the feasibility assessment delivered by each of the parties which connect to the platform. So it's really a very important point, I think, in time. It stabilized completely the plan we have discussed now for years and elaborated. It fully stabilized also the way we will migrate into T2S with the 4 waves which have been approved by the Governing Council in March this year. So now we are really in the full, I would say, testing phase. So our motto today is to test T2S, and that's why the topic of today is very important. We have to prepare for the user testing, but today the main testing is taking place at 4CB level. They are doing their internal testing activities, and we are waiting that they deliver the platform and the software to us for 31st of March 2014, so it's not that far away, so that we can accept the platform, verify that it complies with the requirements we have issued together with the market, and therefore can open for user testing 1st of October 2014. And we will have some pilot a bit ahead with us. So we are really in a phase where T2S exists, not anymore virtually, but physically or in codes, in machines, but is not yet available for everyone to see. Soon, some of our team members will go to the 4CB to get used to it and to see how it works. So it's really coming to reality, and that's my message today, and that's why Mehdi today will have to convince you of the urgency of preparing user testing and migration. Testing activity will be the main focus now in the project, as I said, will be the main focus for you. And this slide shows well, I think, the idea of complementarity of the various testing activities that we have and the complementarity between all of us to make sure that the platform will work. It's a complex process, 4 waves of migration. In each migration wave, different markets to move together to the platform, a lot of coordination to ensure, and a complex environment to manage. But we believe easy to deliver. No, not easy to deliver, but feasible. This being said, a lot of background documents have been already delivered. Just to come back, for some of you it's obvious, but maybe not for all of you here in the room. We have already delivered the legal framework of T2S. It's complete with the so-called T2S framework agreement for the CSD and currency participation agreement for the banks. We have now the feasibility assessment of all participants, central banks, CSDs, which explain their strategy, how they are moving to T2S, and how they are planning to do it. We have all the technical documentation available. I will not go into the detail of the documentation. This documentation is being updated as needed today. So there is also now a change notice document, change release, change notice, document change notice, sorry, which are released. The first one was released a few days ago, Monday this week, I think, was the first release, to explain the small typo which can be found during the testing activities or the small correction we have to bring to technical fields due to testing activities, which have been revealed by the 4CB in their internal testing activities. So we have the other documents which are stable already for some time, like the business process description and the T2S user handbook, where more work is ongoing. Finally, connectivity, we can say now it's delivered. It's delivered in the sense that the 2 network licenses, as I was saying, are almost finished to be accepted. The final acceptance is planned for October this year, if I remember in the plan. And so far, the progress is good. They have passed the proof of concept. They have passed most of the acceptance tests, but they are in the middle of the way and on time. So we are expecting that they will deliver their solution on time and at the quality requested in the license, which is quite demanding. The main challenge ahead of us, the project is not over. The internal part of the project is well advanced, but now we have to coordinate with external parties to make sure that all will deliver well, not only internally, but also with you. So SP3 has been made. Again, it was a very important milestone to start on good base. Now we have other synchronization points coming up. Some of them are mentioned on this slide, which are very important. So first, the software has to be stable, and that we will measure with our Eurosystem acceptance process from March to the end of the year 14. Delivering a report on time for the beginning of the user testing to be able to open in October, 1st of October 2014. So that's a very important milestone, is to be able to deliver this report in time in September, so that you can be reassured that T2S is stable enough and fulfill the requirements in a way which is satisfactory to come to user testing activities on time, in view of go live on time. And then the go live remains, so for the moment, June 22nd of June to be precise, 2015. Migration, I was saying it was stabilized in the plan. Yes, we have 4 waves. I would say each wave with one of the big country of the Euro area. The 4 waves so now are defined and stable. We have a new CSD who have joined recently, who will join the 4th wave, in fact. I've requested to join the 4th wave, so Bonnie Mellon CSD. We may have, with the euro area also, maybe another CSD who might join. We will see if, I mean, the country joined the euro, but would be within a group of CSD and will probably join also the wave 4. Together with Lithuania and Estonia. This being said, I mean, this is basically the stable migration. We have on our website a lot of publication available. Maybe one point we can add compared to what I said, so all the background document is there on the website, but at the same time we have also a lot of information on the harmonization work. As I was saying, the advisory group is focusing a lot of its attention now to the work on harmonization. The third progress report was published in March. We are working on the fourth progress report, which will be published at the end of the year or next year, and where we are so working on the progress made on those elements of harmonization. The main point being that we get this CSD regulation to be able to measure progress on harmonization on those last points where the standard is not yet approved by the authorities. In March also, sorry, in April, we have distributed the T2S training calendar. So it's important for the CSDs and central banks and potentially DCP to see whether they need to register for this. There is a concept of train the trainer. So there is not that many training, but the idea is to train another trainer who can then pass on the training to the next level. At the same time also, we have developed a concept of a webinar, which will help maybe also, like we are doing today, to have, I mean, distance maybe within the network, but the possibility to relay the information to a wider number of persons in various locations. Then, obviously, we delivered the necessary documentation for the market to choose to do dedicated link or not. Now this will be obviously withdrawn. On the stability of the platform and the change request front, we have well advanced. The main change request which was approved in the last cycle has been the change request 390, which was referring, if you remember, to the discussion on the, how you configure the system for rule-based model, in particular for market-specific attributes, the famous MSA discussion. Now we have resolved this together with the CSDs. With an increase of the number from 5 to 10, and at the same time, a way to process and to look for the future, which has been agreed with them on how to discuss evolution for future releases of T2S if necessary, but later after go live. So now we are stable on this front. The rest of the change requests for the moment are more, I would say, of editorial nature, so to correct typos which are discovered or mistakes in the technical documentation or in the documentation, which can be discovered during the testing activities done by the 4CB for the moment. So it is nevertheless going through the change review process, which has been agreed with the CSD and central banks, and has been approved by all bodies. We are also fixing some technical parameters. So there is some open point where we have to decide how to fix some parameters. So we are doing this also in a transparent way through this change management process. And pure editorial also change requests are being processed. One pending change request, which is fixing a technical parameter on the platform, is a change request 340. If you go to the next slide, Monica, which is defining, together with the market, what are the appropriate time for the allegement periods. So we have to define the time at which we send an information after an instruction has been entered into the system. It's a pure parameter. It can be a certain number of minutes or hours. I mean, it will be discussed with the market. So there is a survey, market consultation, being conducted with national user groups to collect information from everyone and see where we can come with one, I mean, two parameters, in fact, to define the allegement standard delay period and the allegement before the free of payment cutoff, which would have to be defined. For the moment, the proposal, I understand, is 1 hour and 5 hours, but this is being under consultation. And the deadline for the consultation is 23rd of July, something like this. Yes? To come to some general point, maybe, again, for the one who are new in the room, T2S community is 23 CSD today. 23 therefore market we'll have to migrate. This includes now the Bonnie Melon market, which would come into the project. It represents nearly 100% of the euro area, yeah, I mean, as we said, the Danish krona will join in 2018 with a second currency. Maybe there will be another currency on the platform as well before, we don't know yet. Maybe some countries we have joined not only for the euro now could decide nevertheless to join with their currencies as well. So there is still discussion on whether we will have additional currencies on the platform earlier or not. Our focus today, mainly in the advisory group, is to work very much now on the work on the governance. Governance. I don't have much to say today here. I mean, the governance is fully in place, is fully working. The topic you are going to discuss today is being prepared by a substructure of the project management group, which is at the bottom of the slide. So both two substructures are dedicated to user testing and migration topic and are reporting to the steering level through the project manager group. So it's very important that you see the generic outcome of their work. And otherwise, the governance is in place. I don't have much to add on this slide. Yes, our effort today in building T2S is to try to make all the effort coming together, like three streams coming together to make a big river. The big T2S river of the integrated financial market in Europe, if we may take the image. Three actions which are very important. So delivering T2S is one point, obviously. It de facto delivers an harmonized context within the platform, but it's not enough. You know that we are working on harmonization to make that the use of T2S is made also in an harmonized manner with the market. And we're also working on the regulatory side to help for the adoption of the CSDR to further complement this, so that we really have a single stream shaping our securities infrastructure. I will go maybe fast on the work and the result, maybe the next slide, for the work we are doing on harmonization, but basically we have identified all topics we need to work on harmonization. Most of them we can monitor and implement because the standard has been defined. A few of them are red, as you can see, and all of them basically are in the CSD regulation. So if the CSD regulation is adopted, then we have a standard to monitor and we can implement. And that's what is very important in these two slides, because we are not coming to discuss in detail those elements, but that's basically the main point. To come to an end, I would recommend you our website. So not only now you will have possibilities to see potentially some technical presentation on the webcast, but there is a lot of information available on our web. Sometimes it might be difficult to find it, but all of it is there. We are trying always to improve our website, so all feedback is welcome. If you send feedback to our team via your usual contact, it will come back to the communication team. And we will try to further improve, but you have T2S Online, which usually give you general information and all the documents which are relevant, in particular for public meetings, which are put on the website as soon as possible, and therefore give you the relevant information. The problem being probably to sort which is the relevant information for you, but we can help for that. If you have questions, you should really not hesitate to contact us. At this point, I think I would like to finish by thanking you for your attention. And if you have any question in general, I am happy to take it now, or I give the floor to Mehdi for leading you through user testing and migration within the day.